Stay tuned for Medford Mustangs baseball live from Lewiston, Idaho. It's the Region 7 Northwest Championship Tournament. The Medford Mustangs and Bozeman, Montana Bucks. Stay tuned for Medford Mustangs American Legion Baseball live from Lewiston, Idaho. Stay tuned for Medford Mustangs American Legion Baseball live from Lewiston, Idaho, the Region 7 Northwest Championship Tournament. The Medford Mustangs and the Bozeman, Montana Bucks. Well, good afternoon again, baseball fans, and welcome to PlayActionSportsMedia.com and Medford Mustangs American Legion Baseball. Coming to you this Friday afternoon from Lewiston, Idaho, on campus at Lewis Clark State College, and a beautiful Friday afternoon. It has cooled off here rather nice. The game moved up originally in this semifinal contest with Medford meeting the Montana State champion Bozeman Bucks. In this winner moves on automatically of her shot at the Region 7 Northwest Championship. Today our affordable truck and RV road trip weather report, 89 degrees when we opened Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. The highs Wednesday reached 104 here in Lewiston along the Snake River. And at about the fourth inning of our opening game in Medford's 4-0 win over Juneau, Alaska, it was 97 degrees. Then we've got winds yesterday, 25 miles an hour to start the game. Finally, they subsided around the fourth, fifth inning. About that time, the two teams, Medford and Idaho Falls, the state champion Bandits, were tied 3-3, and then it was Evan McLennan with the game-winning runs batted in, two-run single, and Medford goes on to beat Idaho Falls 6-3. The Mustangs record now 35-23, and they meet Bozeman, Montana, a team that's like Medford. They're very similar in a lot of ways as they finish their stretching and running exercises heading to their third base dugout. But Bozeman is on a roll like Medford. Started back in July. They are 53-16. They don't play high school baseball, so they start Legion in mid to late April. But again, this will be their 70th game of the summer. But a beautiful afternoon on this affordable truck and RV road trip weather report, 89 degrees in Lewiston. They moved the game up because of the threat of late afternoon, early evening thunderstorms and thunder showers expected to come this way out of the southwest and from the west. 37% humidity, slight breeze of about 5 to 6 miles an hour coming from the northwest. Yesterday it blew in from the southwest, seemingly coming from Medford. And again, the Mustangs advance to this semifinal game to beat Bozeman. Again, the Mustangs record 35-23. And Bozeman 53-16. When we come back, we'll recap the tournament so far. We're down to 4 teams left standing. 2 more were eliminated earlier today here in Lewiston, Idaho at the Northwest Regional Championship. We'll tell you who they were, who exited, and who's moving on. And the scenario for tomorrow, there is a little catch to the bracket in that if Bozeman wins, they would not they would play Idaho Falls no matter what. If Medford wins, they would get Kennewick, and we'll tell you about that. The game times have been moved to tomorrow as well, and we'll tell you more about that when our pregame show continues from Harrisfield Chef Stadium on campus at Lewis Clark State College. The PlayActionSportsMedia.com Northwest Regional Tournament is presented by the Newman Group, Evergreen Home Loans, Oregon, California Supply, and powered by Les Schwab Tires. Stay tuned. We'll have more of our pregame show, get you today's starting lineups and more when we continue right after this from Lewiston.
Mike Newman, Newman Group, Evergreen Home Loans. We do what we do because we deeply desire to impact the lives of the people we come into contact with. That pursuit is something that is exuded every time we interact with the people we serve. We try our best to support them in the best way possible, meet them where they're at, and impact their lives beyond just the home loan process.
Windows, stone, or roofing, Allied Building Products is where you go for anything in exterior home improvement. With over 65 years combined experience, we can help you find all you need to complete your project. We can connect you with quality licensed and bonded contractors. In our window showroom, you'll find a large selection of windows and skylights. We offer a variety of residential and commercial roofing and have the largest supply of GAF elk roofing products in Southern Oregon. Allied Building Products. One source, one solution.
Affordable Truck and RV, for the places you would like to be.
Experience the Rogue River aboard this historical adventure full of wildlife and the breathtaking views of the legendary Hellgate Canyon. Our 2-hour, 36-mile Hellgate jetboat excursion offers you the best of the Rogue as we weave through the high-walled canyons and spot eagles, deer, and otter, all while your pilot shares the fascinating history of the wild and scenic Rogue River. The quick and scenic tour with Hellgate Jetboat Excursions. Book yours now at hellgate.com, where your adventure awaits.
Welcome back to Lewiston, Idaho, as you see the Medford Mustangs gathering just moments before both teams will be introduced along the respective base paths here at Harris Field inside Sheff Stadium on campus at Lewis and Clark State College. The lineups and umpires and coaches meeting there at home plate with Nate Maben and the Medford Mustangs and the coach for Bozeman, the Bucks out of Montana, the state champions. Medford 35-23. Bozeman 53-16 in the tournament. Bozeman gets here for the 11th game of what could be 14, perhaps 15 games in this Region 7 championship tournament. Bozeman opened with a 5-2 win over Bellevue, Lakeside Recovery Team, the Washington State runners-up, and then they blanked Kennewick on Thursday night 5-0, and they get the matchup with Medford. Of course, the Mustangs beating Juneau, Alaska 4-0, blanking the Midnight Suns in the tournament opening game. Then came back to break that 3-3 tie in the 6th inning yesterday, beating the Idaho State champion Idaho Falls Bandits 6-3. And here we are. The winner guaranteed a shot at the regional championship. And again, tomorrow's game times have been moved. The consolation game will be at 9:30, and the championship qualifying game will be at noon. Kennewick is in that game. Kennewick defeated Wyoming earlier, eliminating Casper 11-6. And to start the day at 9:30 this morning, we saw Idaho Falls pound out 15 runs and taking care of business, beating Bellevue, sending them back home 15-7. So 4 teams are out, 4 remain left as we look at the Medford Mustangs being introduced there. Starting lineup for Nate Maben looks this way. Darren Marsh will lead off in center field. He'll be followed by Bennett Thompson in left field. Batting third will be Sandoval. Ryan Sandoval will hit third, the designated hitter. Yesterday's hero with the game-winning runs batted in, Evan McLennan hits cleanup and will play at third base. Batting fifth is Dylan Marsh in right field. In the sixth hole is shortstop Zach Ankeny. Batting seventh is catcher Taven Passy. Hitting eighth at first base is Bennett Smith. And batting ninth, rounding out the lineup at second base, is Chase Constanti. Pitching today for the Mustangs will be a graduate of South Medford this year. Ricky Bortz will make his 8th start of the summer. He's worked 57 innings and has a 4-2 win-loss record, 3.31 earned run average. Bortz is nearly 2-1 in his strikeout-to-walk ratio. He's fanned 41 on the year and given up just 21 free passes. So it's Ricky Bortz going for the Medford Mustangs as they try to keep this postseason run alive and a shot at a regional championship and maybe getting to Shelby, North Carolina on the 15th next week for the World Series of American Legion Baseball. If so, it would be the second trip for Nate Maben, who went back there in 2015, finishing third in the nation. And it would be the 5th overall trip, the 6th, I believe, now for the Mustangs. 92, 97, 02, 09, and 15. So if they make it, it would be the 6th trip to the World Series. But there's some good baseball in front of them as Bozeman, Montana, the Bucks are being introduced. Their starting lineup looks this way. Leading off will be Kohler Murfitt, center fielder. And by the way, we welcome everybody from Bozeman tuned our way. Thank you for being with us here on PlayActionSportsMedia.com out of Southern Oregon. Both teams have gone about the same distance, meeting halfway here for this showdown. About a 9-hour trip for either team. Hitting second for Bozeman has been Hubley hits second, the second baseman. Batting third is Finn Snyder. He's the left fielder. Batting cleanup is the pitcher, Mike Friend, spelled F-R-E-U-N-D. Friend hits cleanup. He's the pitcher. Batting fifth is Alton Geiselman, the catcher. Hitting sixth is Karsten Simcox, the first baseman. Batting seventh, Sage McMinn in right field. Preston Fleeman is the third baseman, hitting eighth, and Parker McMahon, the shortstop, is batting ninth for the Bozeman Bucks. Their pitcher today is Michael Friend, graduate this year of Belgrade High School. with a 5-1 win-loss record, 2.81 earned run average. He'll make his sixth start today. He's worked 42 innings, 42 strikeouts, 25 walks. Michael Friend against Ricky Bortz. We'll take a final break, come back, and we'll have today's first pitch live of this championship semifinal of the Northwest Region American Legion Championship Tournament from Lewiston, Idaho. You're watching the Newman Group Oregon-California Supply Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires here on PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Mike Newman, Newman Group, Evergreen Home Loans. We do what we do because we deeply desire to impact the lives of the people we come into contact with. That pursuit is something that is exuded every time we interact with the people we serve. We try our best to support them in the best way possible, meet them where they're at, and impact their lives beyond just the home loan process.
Windows, stone, or roofing, Allied Building Products is where you go for anything in exterior home improvement. With over 65 years combined experience, we can help you find all you need to complete your project. We can connect you with quality licensed and bonded contractors. In our window showroom, you'll find a large selection of windows and skylights. We offer a variety of residential and commercial roofing and have the largest supply of GAF elk roofing products in Southern Oregon. Allied Building Products. One source, one solution.
Affordable Truck and RV, for the places you would like to be.
Experience the Rogue River aboard this historical adventure full of wildlife and the breathtaking views of the legendary Hellgate Canyon. Our 2-hour, 36-mile Hellgate jet boat excursion offers you the best of the Rogue as we weave through the high-walled canyons and spot eagles, deer, and otter, all while your pilot shares the fascinating history of the wild and scenic Rogue River. The quick and scenic tour with Hellgate jet boat excursions. Book yours now at hellgate.com, where your adventure awaits.
Welcome back to Lewiston. We're ready to get this game underway. Both teams have been introduced, and the winner with a shot at the regional championship. Medford is the visiting team again. As you see, the Bozeman Bucks from Montana, the state champions, take the field here at Harris Field at Lewis Clark State College. It's the Medford Mustangs, 35-23, and Bozeman Bucks at 53-16. Locking horns here this afternoon. Should be a great one. Glad you're with us. Thanks for everybody being there. The Newman Group and Evergreen Home Loans, Oregon-California Supply, Northwest Regional Championship Game of the Week, powered by Les Schwab Tires. As we take a look at Harris Field here in Lewiston, Idaho, the dimensions look this way. In right field, it's 335 down the right field line toward the west over the Snake River. And then as you move right to left of the outfield, it's 385 straight away center. Then it hops up to that 20-foot tall fence. Dylan Marsh clearing a home run, his 8th of the year in the tournament opener against Juneau, Alaska. 315 down the left field line. Beautiful ballpark, reconstructed a couple years ago. They put in theater benchback seats here. And it is a gorgeous facility. Hosted the NAIA National Championship, small college baseball. And we're about ready to get this one underway as Michael Friend takes his final warm-up pitches for the Bozeman Bucks. You get a look at the right-hander from Belgrade High School in Bozeman. And Friend's record, very similar to Bortz. These two teams, this is a great matchup as Michael Friend's record is 4-2 with a 3.31 earned run average, and Ricky Bortz is 5-1 with a 2.81 ERA. And so here we go. Thanks for being with us, and sit back, enjoy the ride, and have a great time. The winner gets a shot at the Northwest Regional Championship. Leading off for Medford is Darren Marsh. Medford wearing their all-white uniforms. And the first pitch in from Friend for a strike. Both teams really excited for this matchup. As Friend works low to Darren. For the Mustangs, leading off, Darren Marsh in center field. Bennett Thompson hits second. He's in left field. And Ryan Sandoval is in the 3-hole as the designated hitter. Marsh swings through and misses that. Medford, amazing. In 2 games so far, 10 runs, 15 hits. They've left 20 runners on base. 7 of those, nearly half in scoring position. They've given up just 3 runs on 7 hits and only allowed 6 base runners in 2 games. Change up in there, called strike 3. Down goes Darren Marsh. Brings up Bennett Thompson for the Mustangs. Just the start of things here, a little late start again. Was originally scheduled to be a night game under the lights, but they are expecting thunderstorms later today here in Lewiston. Pitch in for a strike, and again, we're down to the final 4 teams. Medford and Bozeman, undefeated so far. Kennewick and Idaho Falls. All state champions remain alive in this Region 7 tournament. Friend works out of the stretch with nobody on. And in for a strike. Pounds the bottom of the zone, the right-hander. Very similar teams. Again, Bozeman pretty lax, came into the ballpark. Hey, nothing to lose, everything to gain, no sweat. We're playing another ball game. As he works inside, called strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Michael Friend. And you can hear the roar in Bozeman already from the Bucks fans. So 2 out, nobody aboard for Ryan Sandoval for Medford, the designated hitter. Bozeman coached by Garrett Schultz and Jeff Geiselman. Sean Potke, an assistant coach, but Coach Schultz gave us a lot of information. I had a good little chat with him earlier today. Bozeman and Medford for a chance at the regional championship. Called strike. Yeah, Friend, watched him. He just sat back behind us as we set up this afternoon about 1:30. Just kicking back. Guys chatting. Amazing what teams talk about. But I did hear a few echo that, hey, I'm not worried about football. And I know all the football coaches are crunching, say, oh, we got to get these baseball guys in football practices. Humbug. The heck with that. Still baseball season, coaches. Friend works low and he gets through. Alton Geiselman, his battery mate, the catcher for Bozeman. Works the outside, doesn't get the call. And will lose Sandoval with a 2-out walk. So Friend is human after all. Pronounced Friend, but spelled F-R-E-U-N-D, Friend. And it'll bring up Evan McLennan, yesterday's superstar, the game winner. The 2-run single in the 6th inning, the Ashland High graduate. He and Skylar Goddard, the winning pitcher yesterday, our post-game guest. You can see that interview here on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Had a great chat with those guys. Appreciate that. First pitch swung on and bounced to the right side. Second baseman up with it. And McLennan will ground out, leaving Sandoval stranded on board. No runs, no hits, 1 left. Again, the Mustangs have stranded 20 runners in 2 games. In the Eugene games alone, they left 19 in 2 games. So you think how many runs they could have and run away with championships. Amazing, but we'll see what happens. After 1/2 inning, Medford nothing, and Bozeman, Montana coming to bat. You're watching the Newman Group, Evergreen Home Loans, Oregon-California Supply Championship Regional Game of the Week. Powered by Les Schwab Tires here on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Back to Lewiston, Idaho for this Northwest Regional Championship semifinal matchup. As you see, the Medford Mustangs finish their warm-up tosses. Ricky Bortz on the mound for Medford against the Montana State champion Bozeman Bucks. Bortz, 4-2 on the year, a 3.31 earned run average. And he gets the call for the Mustangs, who are 35-23. And the first pitch on its way and in there for a strike. Kohler Murfitt leads off for Bozeman, the center fielder. Ben Hubley, the second baseman, bats second. He'll be followed by left fielder Finn Snyder. Swing and a miss from the lefty Murfitt. Skylar Goddard yesterday, 6 2/3. You know, he worked in relief behind Thompson on Wednesday. As Bortz delivers high. Gave up 6 hits, 3 runs. Only one of the 3 were earned. Faced 28 batters, 105 pitches, 67 for strikes yesterday for Skylar Goddard out of Eagle Point. Bortz comes fastball, and it's ripped to the left side for a base hit. So Murfitt leads off, laces one into left field past Zach Ankeny, and Evan McLennan will set the defense for you for Medford. See Bennett Smith at first base. Chase Costanti is at second base for Medford. Zach Ankeny at short. Evan McLennan across the diamond playing third base as Bortz comes set. And the pitch fouled away. In the outfield for Medford, Bennett Thompson in left field. In center field is Darren Marsh. As the changeup misses. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the elder Marsh, Dylan Marsh, in right field right there. Again, 385 straightaway center, 335 down the right field line, 315 to left field as Bortz ready, and the pitch bunted, popped up back of the plate. Passy there and makes the catch. One out, one on for Bozeman. Bottom of the first, no score, just underway. Here's Finn Snyder. Snyder grounds one to McLennan at third. Over to second. Got the force there, and then the throw off the glove of Smith, but it will be a base hit as Snyder beat that out. They're going to give him a hit. Or fielder's choice, no error on the advancement. Okay, that's what it is. So they force out Murfitt. 5-4 at second base, 2 out. Ricky Bortz with a runner on at first. Facing cleanup man pitcher Mike Friend. Friend up under that pitch. Bozeman likes to swing it. You can see already jumping on pitches. They're not going to sit back and wait. You only get 21 outs, 7 innings now in these state and regional tournament championship games and playoff games. Fly ball into center. Darren Marsh back just a few steps. Is there and puts it away. So the Bozeman Bucks come up with a base hit and will leave a runner stranded. We've played one, no score, in this Northwest Championship semifinal game. We'll go to the second inning. Medford nothing and Bozeman nothing. You're watching PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Windows, stone, or roofing. Allied Building Products is where you go for anything in exterior home improvement. With over 65 years combined experience, we can help you find all you need to complete your project. We can connect you with quality licensed and bonded contractors. In our window showroom, you'll find a large selection of windows and skylights. We offer a variety of residential and commercial roofing and have the largest supply of GAF elk roofing products in Southern Oregon. Allied Building Products. One source, one solution.
Mike Newman, Newman Group, Evergreen Home Loans. We do what we do because we deeply desire to impact the lives of the people we come into contact with. That pursuit is something that is exuded every time we interact with the people we serve. We try our best to support them in the best way possible, meet them where they're at, and impact their lives beyond just the home loan process.
We go to the top of the second inning, no score, Medford and Bozeman. And for the Mustangs, it'll be Dylan Marsh to start it off against right-hander Michael Friend. Our vantage point down the first base side as Marsh smashes one to third, up with it and across the diamond in time. Fleeman with the play at third to retire Dylan Marsh. One out, and Zach Ankeny. Ankeny with the fourth best batting average on this Mustang team, hitting .343. As a team collectively, the Mustangs .315. And again, these two teams very similar in scouting reports. They both swing it well. Bouncing ball up the middle, gloved by the shortstop. He sets and throws in time to get him. Nice play by the Bozeman shortstop. Nice play over there by McMahon. That's Parker McMahon for Bozeman. Quickly 2 gone. Pitch in for a strike to Medford catcher Taven Passy. Two out, top of 2, no score. Slice down the left field line and gonna drop. Passy looking at base coach Paul White. And it hit foul apparently. I thought it was fair. Again, we're across the diamond. That's why Passy held up looking at Paul White. Do it again, 0-2 to Passy. Passy, the club leader, hitting .380. Again, underneath that one, down the left field line, into foul territory, and they can't catch up with it. Good pursuit by third baseman Fleeman and the left fielder Finn Snyder going over. Passy staying alive, protecting with 2 strikes against him. Medford 10 runs on 15 hits in 2 regional championship games. Passy 2 for 8 and a double through the tournament so far. Contact right back to Friend and flips it over to first to retire Passy. And that's that for the Medford Mustangs in the second as they go in order. 3 up, 3 down to the home part of the second inning. Bozeman coming to bat. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Geiselman, Simcox, and McMinn when we come back. You're watching PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Newman Group Evergreen Home Loans. We do what we do because we deeply desire to impact the lives of the people we come into contact with. That pursuit is something that is exuded every time we interact with the people we serve. We try our best to support them in the best way possible, meet them where they're at, and impact their lives beyond just the home loan process.
Affordable Truck and RV for the places you would like to be.
Bottom of the second inning, Ricky Bortz for Medford, the right-hander, faced the Bozeman Bucks. No score from Chef Stadium, Harris Field, on campus at Lewis Clark State College. Bortz with a first pitch strike to Alton Geiselman, the catcher. Works high and tight with the changeup. Geiselman, Karsten Simcox, one of the 2 twin brothers, first baseman, and then Sage McMinn, the right fielder. 5, 6, 7 hitters for Bozeman. Montana champions, 53 and 16. Trying to talk them into making a trip through Southern Oregon, playing Klamath Falls, Medford, and Grants Pass next summer, and we may get that done. But it'd be nice to get them some travel money. They're a good program, and it'd be nice to bring some of these teams from, Lakeside, Bellevue, and Mudville out of the Seattle area. Former Beaver Matt Boyd, his dad Kurt Boyd, with that program. Be nice to get them. And Meridian that won it a year ago, the regional championship, and the regional last year. We're in Lewiston this year. It was in Wyoming last year. It'll be in Gillette, Wyoming next year. Excuse me, it was in Montana last year. Bozeman won the state title, winning in Billings last week. They swept through that tournament. Line shot pulled down the left side, now to play past the Mustang bullpen. Medford again, a 17-time state champion, won it 6 in a row this year. And they've been to the World Series 5 times in history as Ricky Bortz walks off back of the mound there. 40% humidity at game time. But again, temperatures much more bearable today. It was 104 when we got here on Wednesday. Right now 89 degrees in Lewiston. A slight breeze coming out of the northwest. Bort's ready, and the pitch lined up the middle. Second hit of the day for Bozeman. Geiselman, the catcher, strokes one up the middle. But again, this was scheduled for tonight, but thunderstorms are imminent late this afternoon and early tonight. The second hit given up by Bortz, who comes in 57 innings of work, 4-2 win-loss record. Bozeman looking to bunt. They pulled it back on the fastball up in the zone by Bortz from South Medford High School. Simcox, tap bunt, out of play. One ball, one strike the count. Sage McMinn to follow, the right fielder. We're in the bottom of 2, scheduled for 7. Throw over to first, diving back is Geiselman. Geiselman, for a catcher, he's kind of a tall, lanky fella. He might be able to run. Long pause by Bortz. And across the line, foul near the plate. Bennett Thompson opened it on the bump for the Mustangs, went 5 2/3. Gave up just one hit. Didn't allow a run in that shutout. Faced 17 batters. Skyler Goddard came in relief. Mustangs blanked Juneau, 4 runs, 7 hits. Alaska was scoreless on just that one hit. Medford left 11 runners on in that opening game. Again, fouled away. 1-2. Bortz ahead. But the pitcher of the tournament so far is the young man from Idaho Falls who was drafted 15th round by the Texas Rangers. And Idaho Falls is still alive. His name is Randon Hostert. Struck out 10 the other night in a perfect game. Lifted back a short. Ankeny going out, giving chase, and will make the catch. Into shallow left field, Zach Ankeny. Huge out to get rid of Simcox. Brings up Sage McMinn, the right fielder, spelled McMinn. McMinn. First pitch, hit in the air. Thompson on the run after it. Catches up to it, make the out. Bennett Thompson out in left field for Medford. Winning pitcher on Wednesday right there. Going to be a junior at South Medford. No score, we're in the bottom of the second. 2 out, 1 on for Bozeman. And the pitch into McMinn, just missing. So both teams trying to get to the World Series in Shelby, North Carolina next week. The permanent home of American Legion Baseball. Martina McBride will be the headline entertainment there next Wednesday night, I believe. Of course, the Little League World Series will begin next week in Williamsport. The regional tournaments, Portland, Oregon, softball team is in it. Oregon's Little League team will play for the championship of the West tomorrow against either Idaho or Washington. We left the hotel not sure Idaho was winning last we knew. In for a strike to McMinn. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Ricky Bortz on the mound for the Mustangs, facing the number 7 hitter, Sage McMinn. Popped up off of first. Bennett Smith says he's got it, and does, in front of the Bozeman dugout. So Bortz, that was Fleeman popping out to end the inning, and Bozeman is retired in the second. We'll move on to the 3rd inning. These two state champions battling head-to-head. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left for the Bucks of Bozeman. Medford nothing, Bozeman nothing. You're watching the Newman Group, Evergreen Home Loans, Oregon California Supply game of the week from the regional tournament. It's powered by Les Schwab Tires. We're back to Lewiston right after this, thanks to these great sponsors on Play Action Sports Media.
For Oregon, first baseman number 6, Bennett Smith.
We move to the 3rd inning, no score from Lewiston, Idaho. The Medford Mustangs and Bozeman Bucks from Montana. State champions colliding in this semifinal game with a chance to get to the regional title match. The winner here is guaranteed a shot at the championship. Bennett Smith leads it off for Medford, and the first pitch from Michael Friend in for a strike. Smith pulls that one foul. As the assistant coach, pitching coach, and general manager Paul White right there. Nate Maben, the head coach, across the way. You look at Michael Friend for Bozeman off the hill. And Smith swings through and misses for a strikeout for Michael Friend.
Now batting second baseman number 20, Chase Constantine.
Third strikeout of the day for Michael Friend. Gets the number 8 hitter. Now Michael Costanti. Mustangs second baseman, change up in there for a strike. Costanti pulls that one down the left side, way out ahead of it. Costanti, again, there are 8 Mustangs that hit over 300. Costanti at 261. Come on, slacker, huh? I mean, at 261, that'll get you close to the Hall of Fame. That's how good this Medford team is. Costanti, though, however, 1 for 7 in this tournament, but that one was a double. And the count to the Mustang second baseman is a ball and 2 strikes. Check that. Just outside. I checked, asked for help down the line, did not go through. Costanti rounds out the lineup for head coach Nate Maben. And it'll be back to Darren Marsh who is pretty good ball player. He's had a great tournament. Darren, 2 for 5, had a great state tournament as well. Mustangs have only struck out 9 times as the count runs full to Costanti. And the pitch called strike 3 as Costanti was on his way. Good pitch by Friend. Punched him out. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the third. He opened the game, fanning Marsh and Thompson, both looking. And the zone's good. The umpire in here has been very good, in my opinion, from what I've seen. And the gentleman today, he's got a big zone. So you better be swinging it. 2 out, nobody on for the Mustangs. And the leadoff man, Darren Marsh, looks at a strike. Marsh, second most at-bats on this team with 56 this summer. Two for 5 in the tournament and a run batted in. Got a piece of that one. And he's behind 0-2 to Friend. Medford had a 2-out walk to Sandoval in the first, their only base runner of the day. We'll talk about Medford Mustangs, been drafted into pro baseball. It's been quite a list. I'll try to do most of them out of memory. But it is quite a list of who's who. One of our great sponsors, Logan Odom and the Rutledge Property Group. One of those. Went on to have a great career at USC. Drafted, I think he was picked by the Angels. I'd have to maybe Google it, but I don't have time to do that right now. But I'm pretty sure it was the Angels. Still 0-2 to Marsh. And the pitch swung on and laced into left field. Marsh started to go for 2 and now will have to retreat. A 2-out single, the first hit of the day for the Medford Mustangs.
Marsh singles to left, bring up the left fielder, number 10, Bennett Thompson.
So it's Bennett Thompson in the top of the third inning. The first hit off of Michael Friend. And the ball gets by. Darren Marsh will scoot on to second. Might be able to go for 3, and he's gonna. It goes all the way down the line. And Marsh, heading for third, will go in standing up on a 2-base throwing error on Friend. Kickoff play foiled. And the Mustangs have a break with 2 out. Thompson with a base hit can give them a 1-0 lead. Bennett Thompson, 36 runs batted in on the season, second most on this Mustang club. Mustang dugout, you hear them chattering. Lifted in the air into shallow left field and put away. Thompson underneath that one to end the inning. And Michael Friend has had 34 pitches through 3 innings as Thompson flies out into left field. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left for the Stangs. And we'll go to the bottom of the third. Still no score. The Oregon State champion Medford Mustangs 0 and Montana State champs the Bozeman Bucks 0. You're watching. Thanks for being with us on PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Experience the Rogue River aboard this historical adventure full of wildlife and the breathtaking views of the legendary Hellgate Canyon. Our 2-hour, 36-mile Hellgate jet boat excursion offers you the best of the Rogue as we weave through the high-walled canyons and spot eagles, deer, and otter, all while your pilot shares the fascinating history of the wild and scenic Rogue River. The quick and scenic tour with Hellgate jet boat excursions. Book yours now at hellgate.com, where your adventure awaits.
Mike Newman, Newman Group, Evergreen Home Loans. We do what we do because we deeply desire to impact the lives of the people we come into contact with. That pursuit is something that is exuded every time we interact with the people we serve. We try our best to support them in the best way possible meet them where they're at, and impact their lives beyond just the home loan process.
Bottom of the third inning, and still no score. Medford and Bozeman in this Northwest Regional Championship semifinal game. Winner guaranteed for a shot at the Region 7 championship. Ricky Bortz, first pitch in high, checked at, and again did not go around. Parker McMahon starts it off, the Bozeman shortstop, ninth man in the lineup, followed by Kohler Murfitt and Ben Hubley. Winds are picking up here, as you can hear rattle through our microphones. Right-hander Ricky Bortz from South Medford deals. Interesting that in prep baseball this year, it might have been, well, it was a bad year, let's say. I mean, a bad year in Medford. Most teams would take their bad year, but North-South Medford both knocked out in the first round. Backing up of second is Castanti, and he takes care of it. Dylan Marsh came in as well. But it was not the best of playoff seasons for Southern Oregon area high schools. Phoenix went out early. Ashland as well with McLennan. One out in the bottom of three. And the pitch from Bortz in for a strike to Murfitt. Murfitt, center fielder. Again, we come to you from Harris Field in Lewiston, Idaho. You're watching the Northwest Regional American Legion Baseball Championships. The Medford Mustangs and Bozeman Bucks here on Play Action Sports Media. Two balls and a strike, and the pitch fouled away. 2-2. Ricky Bortz and Michael Friend locked up in a battle here in the semifinal. Bortz again 5-1 on the year, 2.81 earned run average. He'll come after you, likes to battle. Bortz spelled B-O-O-R-T-Z, Bortz. And he deals. Curveball. Castanti on a big hop. Fields it, throws in time to get him. Nice play by Castanti. Boy, he looked into the glove, make sure he had that one. The ball was smoked pretty good. Came off that red clay dirt infield. Two gone, nobody on, and Ben Hubley steps in, second baseman. Popped out to Passy behind the plate, his first at bat in the first. Again, you see we're in the bottom of the third inning. Two out. And the changeup in for a strike. I like Bortz. I just like the way he goes at it. Little guy comes after him, and I really like him because he wears number 18. I like that number. My former referee mentor from the NBA, the late Ed Middleton, wore that number for many years. Roller up to Ankeny. Swoops it in, throws high to Bennett Smith. It'll be a throwing error, allowing Hubley to reach base. Ankeny just a little high on that one. Two outs in the third. Still no score. Medford with only their third error in the tournament. Their opponents have committed 5. I'll make that 6 with the earlier error on Friend. Popped up down the right field line, and Dylan Marsh across the stripe to put it away. Bortz with 40 pitches through 3 innings. And still no score. We've played 3 from Lewiston. No score, the Mustangs and Bozeman Bucks. You're watching PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Experience the Rogue River aboard this historical adventure full of wildlife and the breathtaking views of the legendary Hellgate Canyon. Our 2-hour, 36-mile Hellgate jet boat excursion offers you the best of the Rogue as we weave through the high-walled canyons and spot eagles, deer, and otter, all while your pilot shares the fascinating history of the wild and scenic Rogue River. The quick and scenic tour with Hellgate jet boat excursions. Book yours now at hellgate.com, where your adventure awaits.
Mike Newman, Newman Group, Evergreen Home Loans. We do what we do because we deeply desire to impact the lives of the people we come into contact with. That pursuit is something that is exuded every time we interact with the people we serve. We try our best to support them in the best way possible, meet them where they're at, and impact their lives beyond just the home loan process.
We go to the fourth inning in this Region 7 Northwest Championship semifinal tournament game from Lewiston, Idaho. No score, Medford and Bozeman. Ryan Sandoval leads it off and pops this one up in the infield and taken by the third baseman for the first out. One away, and the cleanup man, Evan McLennan, his second at bat. He grounded out to second base in his first plate appearance. We are just beyond a couple of box seats here on the lower deck of the first base side, so you may pick up some chatter now and then, but we're in the shade. Nice vantage point. Medford is in that sun, direct sunlight right in them. Medford on the east side of the diamond here from Harris Field. McLennan at bat for the Mustangs. Started to go, held up, and it's a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Evan. McLennan, a .350 hitter. He's third best on this Mustang team. Looks at strike 2. Boy, Friend really pounding the bottom of that zone. McLennan with 12 doubles, the 12th coming the other day in the win for Medford. This time he rips this one past the right side. Nope, and fielded. I thought it got by. Great play by the second baseman, got over there. Nice snag by Hubley. Wow. McLennan pulling that ball hard. 2 gone. Here's Dylan Marsh for Medford. Marsh, a called strike. Boy, Friend pounding the zone. Friend had 34 pitches through 3. Bortz was at 40 pitches through 3 innings. In on the hands, popped up. Playable at short, drifting over to the right. Now the third baseman again will put it away. And Medford is gone in the 4th inning. Moving along, still no score. As Dylan Marsh pops out to end the inning, the Stangs go in order. 3 up, 3 down. No score, Medford and Bozeman, Montana. Coming back to the Region 7 Championship semifinal game right after this on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. You're watching the Newman Group, Evergreen Home Loans, Oregon, California Supply, Game of the Week powered by Les Schwab Tires. Oregon, California Supply in Medford and Grants Pass, where you save 20% off on all Wright brand hand tools. Bottom of the fourth inning, still no score.
Pitcher, number 1, Michael Friend.
Michael Friend will lead it off for Bozeman. He's the cleanup hitter in the lineup for the Bozeman Bucks. 53-16 on the year. Flew out to Darren Marsh in center field, his first at bat. And the fastball from Bortz in there for a first pitch strike. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Bozeman. Friend, Geiselman, and Simcox. Fastball elevated, swung on, cut through for a strike. Say hello to the Table Rock Sports crew, Demi DeSoto, Boomer Marshall, B.G. Gould and company. They covered the Mustangs during the regular season and not able to make the trip in the postseason, but did a great job all year long. Of course, football starting up here shortly with coverage on TableRockSports.net from South Medford, North Medford, Crater, and the Grass Pass Caveman online at TableRockSports.net. Off-speed pitch, sliced down the right field line and into the Bozeman bullpen. It's starting to get cloudy here in Lewiston. 87 degrees right now. And the wind about 8 miles an hour coming out of the northwest, right to left across the camera. Again, up and under that is Michael Friend. Do have some stats on Bozeman. We'll try to get a couple for you here. To count 2 balls and 2 strikes to Friend. And that pitch in the dirt. Friend is a .385 hitter. And you can tell. Oh, he gets a high fly ball. It'll stay in the yard, though. Thompson slides over to his left and put it away. See Thompson in left field. Darren Marsh is in center field for Medford out of Eagle Point. And his older brother Dylan Marsh in right field. There you have it so far. Scoreless tie in the bottom of the fourth. No runs, 2 hits for Bozeman. No runs, 1 hit for Medford, each team with an error. So Friend is retired on the fly ball out to Thompson in left field. Ricky Bortz on the bump for Medford. And he's behind 3-0. Taken for a strike. This is Geiselman. He led off the second with a base hit. Each team has had runners on, and there's ball 4. First walk of the afternoon from Bortz, who has yet to strike out a buck. He'll face the first baseman now, Karsten Simcox, as Bozeman's going to have a meeting as Paul White goes to the mound to talk with Ricky Bortz. So Bortz being talked with Paul White on the base on balls. It'll bring up Simcox. Simcox, a .280 hitter for the Bozeman Bucks. The overall record again 53-16.
Now batting first baseman number 15, Karsten Simcox.
Bortz is going to pitch from the windup, or is he going to get in the stretch? Oh, there he goes. All right. Bennett Smith holding Geiselman aboard, and the pitch swung on, cracked past McLennan at third, down the left field line. Geiselman to third as the throw comes in to Ankeny. And the Bozeman Bucks at first and third with one out. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here's Sage McMinn, the left-handed hitting right fielder for Bozeman. Second and third, I beg your pardon. So it is an extra base hit down the left field line. Bozeman threatening. And the wild pitch back to the backstop. The runner breaks for home. The throw to Bortz covering. They got him! The ball thrown wildly by Bortz hits off the backstop cushion. Passy flips it back to Bortz, who had the presence of mind to quickly cover the plate. And they throw out Geiselman at home plate. Two gone here in the fourth inning, a huge out. Still, though, a runner at third for Sage McMinn, the right fielder. McMinn, a power hitter, 374 hitter. He's the number 7 guy. Pitch in for a strike from Bortz. Bortz got to be feeling pumped now. Boy, he made the tag out at home plate. Comes high and away, almost uncorked that one. Goodness gracious. Come on, Ricky. Fouled away. Ooh, good pitch. Two out, the count full, 3-2 to McMinn. Ball 4.
Now batting third baseman number 14, Preston Fleeman.
So first and third with 2 out. The Mustangs tag out. Geiselman trying to score at third on the wild pitch by Bortz. In on the hands and dribbled foul past third and Evan McLennan. Preston Fleeman, third baseman, popped out to Smith in foul territory. Back in the second inning. Again, we're in the home half, bottom half of the fourth. High fastball, cut on and missed. Way out of the zone. Fleeman, a .327 hitter for this Bozeman Buck Ball Club. And again fouled away. Two teams eliminated earlier today. Lakeside Bellevue went out, losing to Idaho Falls 15-7. And Casper, Wyoming shot themselves in the foot in the final inning. It was 6-6 tie until the 7th. They gave up 5 runs to get knocked out 11-6 and gone from the tournament. The winner here is guaranteed a shot at the regional championship. Reached out, rolled up for the middle. Going to be a tough ball to get. The throw to first. Bounced in. A run will come in. And the runner moves on to third. Just a dribbler up toward the middle. Ankeny did his best to try to make a play out of that. And it'll be a base hit. Simcox in to score, and the Bozeman Bucks are on the board. And Passy out to talk with Ricky Bortz. So 2 out, tough play, man. Fleeman with a slow roller. He just reached out, kept alive with 2 strikes. Rolled it up the middle. Ankeny throw to first. I don't think he would have got him. Fleeman had good speed down the line. In to score is Simcox. And it's 1-0. So Medford got lucky on the wild pitch, gunning down. Geiselman tried to score, and the Bucks, relentless, come back and do get the run in. Here's Parker McMahon, bottom of the lineup for Bozeman, and it hit him. And here comes Nate Maven out of the dugout. Bortz starting to come unraveled here. And I think Nate Maven senses that and may make a move here, or to try to just calm Bortz down. And they're going to make the move now. So Medford will go to the bullpen and will make the change. 1-0. Bozeman takes the lead here in Lewiston, Idaho, in this Region 7 championship semifinal matchup. 2 state champions going at it, the Medford Mustangs and the Bozeman Montana Bucks, who have just scored and lead it 1-0. We'll find out who comes in from the bullpen for the Mustangs. And we'll face Parker McMahon, the shortstop, number 9 hitter, as Ricky Bortz exits the game. And that does it for Bortz. In his 8th start of the season, came in 4-2 with a 3.3 run earned run average, and he leaves the ball game. Stay tuned. We'll come back. More from Lewiston, Idaho after this. It's Bozeman 1, Medford 0. You're watching PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Newman Group Evergreen Home Loans. We do what we do because we deeply desire to impact the lives of the people we come into contact with. That pursuit is something that is exuded every time we interact with the people we serve. We try our best to support them in the best way possible, meet them where they're at, and impact their lives beyond just the home loan process.
Affordable Truck and RV, for the places you would like to be.
Brady Buchanan comes in to relieve Ricky Bortz and will get the out that they need to get out of the inning. But the Bozeman Bucks get on the board. 1 run on 2 hits. Medford did throw out. The catcher Geiselman tried to score with 1 out. But 2 batters later, they did get the run in. 1 run, 2 hits. No Medford errors, and they'll leave 2 runners on base. And we will go to the 5th inning. It's Bozeman 1 and the Medford Mustangs nothing. You're watching American Legion Northwest Championship Regional Baseball from Lewiston, Idaho, here on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. One to nothing. Bozeman takes a lead over Medford. To the 5th inning we go from the Region 7 Northwest Championship Tournament in Lewiston, Idaho. Leading off is Zach Ankeny. Hard hit ball, back is short. And Zankeny aboard, but as he comes across first, comes up limping. They will charge the shortstop with an error. It was hit deep in the hole to the shortstop's right side. And Ankeny coming up limping as he came across the bag at first. 1 run, 4 hits, 2 errors, and 5 left for Bozeman. Medford scoreless on 1 hit, and that was a 2-out single by Darren Marsh in the 3rd. Start of the 5th, and Ankeny aboard on the air. Apparently going to be okay. It'll bring up Taven Passy, the Mustang catcher, against Michael Friend, the Bozeman starter. Bortz is chased out after 3 2/3. Passy shows bunt, and the catcher mishandles it, and moving up to second is Ankeny on the pass ball. So the Mustangs with a chance to tie it perhaps here in the 5th. Passy just a ground ball, move him to 3rd. Play station to station ball here. Corner's coming up, expecting a bunt at first. And the count, 2 balls and a strike to Passy. Passy hit back to Friend in the 2nd inning as Nate Maben talks it over with his catcher to what they want to do here. They were looking to put it down. Head coach Nate Maben. Congratulations to his brother Mike, named the interim head coach at Southern Oregon University softball. Of course, won, I think 3, maybe 4. Yeah, he won 3 championships at North Medford softball. Congratulations to Mike Maben. Throw back to second. Trying to catch Ankeny off the bag. Bozeman with the defense in motion, both corners coming in. Passy again, squatted to show bunt, and the pitch away from him, ball 3. Tap foul. Count runs full to the Mustang catcher. Nobody out. Top of 5. Swung on, hit in the air, line shot caught by the center fielder. Ankeny stays put at second base.
Now batting first baseman, number 6, Bennett.
So they tried to put it down, didn't work out. 1 out. Ankeny right there at second represents the potential tie and run. And Bozeman going to have a meeting at the mound with pitcher Mike Friend. Again, we got 1 out. And Ankeny on second for Medford. Bozeman scored in the last half inning, bottom of the 4th. They attempted on the double by Simcox to score Geiselman. He was thrown out on the wild pitch. Back of home plate, Passy flipped it to Bortz covering. They tag out Geiselman. But they came back 2 batters later, and Fleeman with a run-scoring single. And that's where we are, 1-0 in this championship semifinal. If Medford wins, they will play Kennewick at noon tomorrow. If Bozeman wins, they get Idaho Falls at noon tomorrow. Medford's already played Idaho Falls, so they won't play them again, as they beat them yesterday 6-3. One out, 1-0 the count. Bennett Smith taken in by the second baseman and in time, but it'll move Ankeny over to third. Two gone.
Now batting second baseman, number 20, Chase Constantine.
Brings up second baseman Chase Costanti, number 9 hitter in the lineup for Nate Maben and the Lithia Dodge Medford Mustangs. Yours truly got here in a Dodge as well. Nice Dodge van. So the Montana State champions making the bus trip over, about an 8-hour trip from Bozeman after winning the state title in Billings. 1 strike pitch in low to Costanti. Costanti not among the top 5 in RBIs on this Mustang team. For the tournament, 1 of 7. He has doubled here, though, against Juneau, Alaska the other day. Turns on this one, bounces it up to short. Handled, pumped, and thrown in time to get Costanti. And Michael Friend reaches 54 on the pitch count meter as Costanti grounds out to end the top of the 5th inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error. They'll leave Zach Ankeny stranded at third. And again, the Mustangs have left a ton of runners on base in this tournament. 20 runners in 2 games, 7 in scoring position. They leave 4. Now let's see, they've left 3 this afternoon. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It remains Bozeman 1 and the Medford Mustangs nothing. You're watching PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Well, to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning, Ben Hubley, second baseman, rakes one up the middle for a leadoff single, the 5th Bozeman hit, as Montana leads the Oregon champion Medford Mustangs 1-0. Right-hand reliever Brady Buchanan for Medford. Line shot into left center field, into the crease, picked up on Marsh on one hop. And they'll get the runner to third on the base stroke by Finn Snyder. Back-to-back hits off of Buchanan. Mustang reliever. Buchanan, 36 1/3 innings on the year. The 16th game he's appeared in. 2-0 record. 16 strikeouts, 8 walks. Entering today's relief performance for Ricky Bortz. And Montana with runners at first and third. And the runner takes off for second, uncontested, with a stolen base. First play taken away. Michael Friend, the Bozeman pitcher, batting. He's flown out twice today, into center and into left field. 1 ball, 1 strike to Friend. Checked at, just outside. So Bortz goes 3 2/3. Gives up 1 run, which was earned on 4 hits. Did not strike out a batter all day. Changeup from Buchanan missing. Walked 1, had a wild pitch in the 16 men that Ricky Bortz faced. In his 8th start of the summer, came in 4 2. He stands the pitcher of record at this moment. Buchanan shot into right center. Darren Marsh got a jump on it, but this is over his head and to the wall. 2 runs will come in on the 2-run double by Michael Friend.
Friend with the 2-run double brings up the catcher, number 12, Alton Geiser.
Scoring is Hubley and Snyder, who singled to open the bottom of the 5th. And Nate Maben to the mound. So Bozeman 3 runs on 7 hits now. And 5 left. Medford again scoreless on just the 1 base hit. The 2-out single by Darren Marsh in the 3rd. Nobody in the bullpen for Medford throwing. I think Nate just trying to calm Buchanan down, not get riled here. Certainly Medford capable of scoring 3 runs. I mean, they averaged, at the state tournament, I think 6 runs a game there. They've scored 20 in the first 2 here, but find themselves in a battle, the Montana champions. Clouds starting to move in, getting a little darker here. The wind picking up. They're expecting thunderstorms in about an hour from now to hit the Lewiston area. Wild pitch in the dirt. And that will send Friend over to third. So you just wonder maybe if some of the magic and mystique of this Mustang team might be slowly waning away. Team that, again, had lost 8 of 13 to start this season. Pounded up towards second. Castanti in on the turf. Checks the runner at third and throws to get the out. Medford playing in to shut down chance for another Bozeman run. Down 3-0 here in the fifth. We're scheduled for 7. First out in the fifth. Pulled pass Ankeny at short. Base hit into left field, and Bozeman will plate another runner in the fifth. Michael Friend will score after he stroked a 2-run double. And Simcox with an RBI. Three runs off of Buchanan here in the fifth. Mustangs trying to find a way to get out of it. It's 4-0. And the runner moving. Hit to Smith at first. He'll take it. Runner advances to third, and there are 2 gone. So 4-0. Medford hasn't been shut out since the opening game of the Super Regionals. They lost 3-0 in Corvallis. 2 gone in the fifth. Here's Preston Flyman, third baseman, who singled in a run in the fourth. Buchanan, breaking ball hit down the left side in the air, and Thompson there to put it away. Not before the Bozeman Bucks break the scoreless tie, or excuse me, add to their 1-0 lead. They put one up in the fourth, and they get 3 in here off of Brady Buchanan. 3 runs on 4 hits. The big shot, the 2-run RBI double from Mike Friend, the pitcher for Bozeman, and they'll leave a man in scoring position. Through 5 innings, it's now Bozeman 4 and the Medford Mustangs nothing. You're watching PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Windows, stone, or roofing. Allied Building Products is where you go for anything in exterior home improvement. With over 65 years combined experience, we can help you find all you need to complete your project. We can connect you with quality licensed and bonded contractors. In our window showroom, you'll find a large selection of windows and skylights. We offer a variety of residential and commercial roofing and have the largest supply of GAF elk roofing products in Southern Oregon. Allied Building Products. One source, one solution.
Mike Newman, Newman Group, Evergreen Home Loans. We do what we do because we deeply desire to impact the lives of the people we come into contact with. That pursuit is something that is exuded every time we interact with the people we serve. We try our best to support them in the best way possible, meet them where they're at, and impact their lives beyond just the home loan process.
Sixth inning, Medford down 4-0. Darren Marsh, top of the order for the Mustangs, and Marsh quickly goes behind to Michael Friend, 0-2. Marsh, Thompson, and Sandoval in the sixth. The Mustangs running out of outs here for a chance to get to the Region 7 Northwest Championship game on Sunday. The winner here is guaranteed a shot at the title and perhaps a trip to Shelby, North Carolina for the World Series next week. Friend delivers high and away. He was at 54 pitches entering the 6th inning. 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, and 6 left for the Bucks of Bozeman. Medford scoreless on just 1 hit. They've had 1 error and have left 3 on. And Marsh goes down, strike 3. 5th strikeout of the afternoon from Michael Friend, who came in with 42 strikeouts to 25 walks, a 5-1 win-loss record. Works out of the stretch with nobody on, 1 out. And here's Bennett Thompson. Thompson again won the opening game of the tournament, but is 0 for 5 at the plate, batting for Medford. Uncharacteristic of a guy that has the 3rd most at-bats. Thompson, 2nd on the team in RBIs, and a .308 hitter. Looks at that pitch dropping low. Ball 2, and Friend behind 2-0. Maybe Medford can get to him here in the 6th. It happened last night, breaking a 3-3 tie against Idaho Falls. Fastball for a strike. Talking about some of the great Medford draft picks. Just kind of going over that list in my mind. And of course, I'm old school. I go back to the 80s. Check that, strike 2. The wind really picking up now. Those thunderstorms on their way in. It is dark and ominous here in Lewiston now, and the wind has picked up to about 8 miles an hour coming out of the northwest. And Friend trying to work the corner. Well, I go back to, Sam Gaviglio, 5th round of the Cardinals back in 2011 or so? 2011, 2012. Ian Kendall also picked the year before the 5th round by Tampa Bay. Ground ball to 3rd, the throw across in time to get Thompson. 2 gone. 2 out, and Ryan Sandoval comes to the plate for Medford. When I look at that list, Jeff Berry, remember Jeff, 3rd, 4th round pick, I think it was, of the Montreal Expos, ended up playing for the Mets. Scott Lewis from the Angels back in the late 80s. That was, let's see who else back in that era. I'm trying to, of course, Brad Arnsberg, early 80s, 1st round pick, 6th overall by the California Angels. The late Monty McAbee in 76 by the Rangers. The late Kevin Towers was the number 1 pick in the supplemental draft, early 80s by the Padres. Then we come up, I mentioned Logan Odom, and I'm not sure, but I think he was a 6th round pick by the Angels. And then Braden Shipley in 2013, 1st round. Justin Bone in the 7th round by the Marlins. The Brown brothers were picked here not too long ago, and I forget which rounds. I think they were about the 20th. Memory serves me right. Oakland A's and I think Miami. 3 balls, no strikes. The count to Sandoval. 2 out, nobody aboard. Taken for a strike. What a great history of baseball with Medford, the Mustangs. Cole Rohrbach, I remember here, it's been 10 years now, Atlanta Braves. And Rich Dorman, Rick's kid. I think he's still coaching the Mariners organization. Of course, the late Steve Beckler in 98, 99 with the Orioles, 2nd, 3rd round pick. Bobby Wolcott, we can go back to the 90s with the Mariners, 2nd or 3rd round pick. Been some great ones all time in history of this program. Certainly one of the most respected programs in the nation. 5 times they've been to the World Series, has Medford. Count full. And there's ball 4. Sandoval is aboard. Well, what do you know? The window open. 2 out and a walk to Ryan Sandoval. Brings up Evan McLennan. McLennan 1 for 5 in the tournament. That one coming yesterday. 2-run single for Evan to break a 3-3 tie. He has pulled everything today. 2 at-bats, has grounded out hard to the right side. And the graduate of Ashland High School walks away looking at that pitch down and in. He's looked at, they've pitched him inside and low, much to his chagrin. Called strikes, and now Bozeman will go to the mound and talk things over with Michael Friend, who has himself a 4-0 lead. Again, from Lewiston, Idaho, you're watching the Northwest Regional Championship semifinal game. We're in the top of the 6th inning. The Oregon champion Medford Mustangs trailing the Bozeman Montana Bucks 4-0. They're going to stay with Friend with 2 out and a runner aboard for Medford with Sandoval, who drew the walk. See if McLennan can get something going for the Stangs here with 2 out on the Arby's scoreboard. Check out those Hawaiian King sliders from Arby's. South Medford location, Riverside and Stewart Avenue. McLennan rips this one into left field. Opposite field, base hit. He's a good oppo hitter. And with 2 out, there are 2 on for the Stangs. Don't count them out, I'll tell you that. Just ask Eugene about that. Our good friend Kenny Niles, boy, oh boy, I tell you what, that was a heartbreaking loss. But they got the rematch they wanted, and nearly another comeback. Medford winning the Oregon title 5-4 over the Eugene Challengers. Had a great season under Coach Niles in his first year taking over the program. So 2 out, 2 on for Medford. And the pitch in for a strike to Dylan Marsh. Only the 2nd hit of the day for Medford. Marsh, boys, put up some numbers. 55 hits on the year. Club leader with 44 runs batted in. He's got 8 home runs. He homered on Wednesday. Boy, a big one here would certainly get Medford back in it. 15 doubles on the season. But they need him right now, that's for sure. And the pitch, fastball high up above the eyes. Sandoval runs at second, McLennan at first. 1-2, the count to Dylan Marsh. Fouls it off at the plate. Going to look at Dylan there as it hit his front foot. Has to hurt a little bit. The umpire giving him some time to walk it off. There's Marsh out of Eagle Point High School. Been a big, big bat for the Mustangs this summer. They need him now, though. On that pitch, fouled it back. 4 runs, 8 hits for Bozeman. The Mustangs scoreless on 2 hits, getting their second. The last at bat with McLennan, who was the runner at first. Michael Friend comes set. And the pitch got him, and the bases are loaded. The bases are loaded for Medford. Is the mystique and the magic there, you suppose? Why not? Been there for a long time for this team. They've found a way to make it happen. Here is Zach Ankeny. Ankeny, a .343 hitter. Today is grounded out to short and reached base on a ball hit at short, and that one almost stuck him on the helmet. Fastball in for a strike to Zach. Sandoval runs at third. McLennan at second. And Marsh hit by the pitch on first. 2 out in the 6th, top of 6th. The fastball in at the thighs, ball 2. And it's 2-1. Taven Passio waiting on deck if they can get him up there. Fouled away. And we've gone as far as we can, perhaps. 2-2. Montana fans are on their feet. Medford anxiously pacing back and forth. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The catcher held on to it, but he dropped it, steps on home plate for the out, and that retires the Mustangs. They had the bases loaded and can't find a way to get them in. So for Medford in the 6th inning, as Ankeny strikes out, the 6th K of the day for Friend. No runs, 1 hit. They leave the bases loaded. Oh boy, Medford is now left 6 on for the game. 26 runners left on in 2+ games in the tournament. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Montana 4, the Medford Mustangs nothing. You're watching PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Windows, stone, or roofing. Allied Building Products is where you go for anything in exterior home improvement. With over 65 years combined experience, we can help you find all you need to complete your project. We can connect you with quality licensed and bonded contractors. In our window showroom, you'll find a large selection of windows and skylights. We offer a variety of residential and commercial roofing and have the largest supply of GAF elk roofing products in Southern Oregon. Allied Building Products. One source, one solution.
Mike Newman, Newman Group, Evergreen Home Loans. We do what we do because we deeply desire to impact the lives of the people we come into contact with. That pursuit is something that is exuded every time we interact with the people we serve. We try our best to support them in the best way possible, meet them where they're at, and impact their lives beyond just the home loan process.
To open the bottom of the 6th, Brady Buchanan with a changeup punches out Parker McMahon, the 9th man in the lineup. Bozeman shortstop. Bozeman leading Medford 4-0 here on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Regional semifinal game. Back to the top of the order for the Montana State champions, Kohler Murfitt. Bozeman getting 3 runs off of Buchanan in the last inning. 3 runs on 4 hits. 2-run double by the pitcher, Michael Friend, as Buchanan in with strike 2. Medford leaves the bases loaded in the last half inning. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Medford, 6 left. Bozeman with 4 runs across on 8 hits. They've committed 2 errors and stranded a half dozen as well. Murfitt, the leadoff man, singled to open the game in the 1st. Grounded to second in the 3rd. Inside out swing on this one. Loop back a second. Ankeny with a diving catch and a play. Zach Ankeny with the out. Not a kid. So one out. You can see again the clouds forming here. That's to the southeast as the camera around the stadium will look to the southwest. You see it's dark there, and the Thunder bumpers on their way in. Winds about 6 to 8 miles an hour out of the northwest here at Lewis Clark State College. Two out. This one backed up by Smith. He'll flip to Buchanan covering. And the Bucks go in order here in the sixth off of Brady Buchanan. 3 up, 3 down. The first time they've gone in order this afternoon. Ricky Bortz went 3 2/3. Buchanan took over. And we'll go to the seventh, down 4-0. Last chance for the Mustangs. And due up will be the bottom third. Passy, Smith, and Costanti. When we come back, you're watching the Northwest Regional Championship Series semifinal game presented by the Newman Group, Evergreen Home Loans, and Oregon California Supply. You're watching PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Taven Passy, Bennett Smith, Chase Costanti for the Stangs in the seventh. Do or die time, down 4-0 against the Montana State champion Bozeman Bucks. Against Michael Friend, the starter for Bozeman. 84 pitches for Michael Friend. Passy is grounded out back to Friend and lined out into center field. Again, Medford scoreless on just 2 hits on the afternoon. The winner is in the regional championship. There's a strike from Friend. And he's ahead 1-2 on the Mustang catcher, Taven Passy. Up the middle. Fielded by the second baseman. The hop throw, not quite in time. Passy beats it out for an infield single. Only the third hit of the day, but none better than right now. Right up the middle, and the second baseman did a nice job. That's Hubley. Thought he was going to throw him out. Here's Bennett Smith, is struck out and grounded out. Smith, a .331 hitter. Third in RBIs on the team with 36. Good pitch by Friend. Won't get the call, though. He goes behind 2-0. See if the Mustangs have it in them to rally here. 2 balls, no strikes is the count. Strike, letter high. In the air, deep to right field, and making the catch for the out. Now the wind blowing out toward right field. It is shifted. It was coming from the northwest. Now appears to be coming out of the northeast. Unusual. One out. Top of the 7th. Chase Costanti, the second baseman, at bat for Medford in the 7th. They need 4 to tie to extend this game, or at least go to the bottom of the 7th and perhaps extend it to the 8th. In for a strike, 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Bozeman has their bullpen going. Nobody up in the Medford pen. And the pitch gets away. Passy will move up. Off the glove, a pass ball off the catcher Geiselman. 2 balls and a strike to Costanti, who has struck out looking and grounded to short. Fouled away. Well, Medford, again, go back to that state championship, or at least the semifinal game with Eugene. They were down 3-0 in the 7th and tied it and went on to the 8th to win it 4-3. It can be done. Fastball from Friend in there, called strike 3. So back to the top of the order with 2 out. It's now up to the bat of Darren Marsh. Keep this thing going for the Mustangs, or they'll go to a 9:30 game. First pitch fouled away. Seven strikeouts on the day and only 2 walks for Michael Friend. Again, Medford will get Kennewick either way, win or lose. Change up inside to Darren Marsh. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Excuse me, Thompson. Or no, this is Marsh. You're right. It is Marsh. Costanti was punched out. Got ahead of myself. There's a line shot. Deep to left field. Going back. And off the wall. Passy will score, and Darren Marsh comes up big for the Mustangs with 2 out. Maybe. The shutout taken away here in the 7th with 2 out. On a double by by Darren Marsh. Now Bennett Thompson. Here's Bennett Thompson. Well, he is due. There's no doubt about that. Thompson hitless. 0 for 10 in the tournament. Darren Marsh with his 2nd run batted in for the tournament. And a couple of hits. He singled earlier in the 3rd, did Marsh. 4 for 9 in the tournament. Puts Medford on the board. It's 4-1 with 2 out. And 1 ball, 1 strike the count to Thompson. Fouled away, strike 2. Hit hard left side through the hole. Into left field. They'll have to hold Passy at third, however. And the Mustangs still alive. First and third with 2 out in the 7th. Thompson with his first hit in the tournament. First and third for Medford with 2 out. And Bozeman will discuss things on the bump. And likewise for Medford as they will huddle around Nate Maben along the third base path. See everybody up on the rail there. Medford hoping to pull it off somehow, some way. Coach Maben the other day, we had a nice conversation. And as he said, you know, we've been lucky. We've had some good pitching. We've had some timely hitting. We've grown as a team. We've stayed loose, had some fun out there. We've made the sacrifice. Everybody stayed in. Nobody's missed a practice or a game. And here they are in the regional semifinal. Their backs against the wall with 2 out. And it's up to this guy right here, Ryan Sandoval, North Medford Black Tornado product, with head coach Brett Wolf. Sandoval, though, you know, probably embraces this. First pitch in for a strike from starter Michael Friend. They've had the bullpen going. They're going to send down a left-hander now. Four to 1. Runners on the corners. Sandoval swung on, hit back a short. Going to be a long throw across the diamond, and they got him. And Bozeman, Montana will remain unbeaten and will play for the regional championship. No matter. Sandoval, hard hit ball back deep in the hole at short. Fielded nicely by McMahon, and the throw across a step ahead of Sandoval to end it. But Medford does get run across. Passy with the leadoff single, plated on the RBI from Darren Marsh. On the double into center field for Marsh. And Bozeman, Montana wins it. Final score 4-1 as Bozeman will play for the championship against Idaho Falls. Medford will play in an elimination game. They still have a chance to come back through it, and will play tomorrow morning at 9:30 against Kennewick, Washington. Get you the totals in this game as we add it up for you. For Medford, first of all, in the 7th, they get 1 run on 3 hits, and they will leave 2 men on base. So the totals for Medford: Mustangs 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error, and they leave 8 runners on. For Bozeman, 4 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors, and 6 runners left on base. 4-1 is your final score as Bozeman wins it and will advance to the championship. One way or the other, they are in it. But great effort by Medford today. Never gave up as the Mustangs started a late rally, but it was too little too late, unfortunately, for the Stangs. And Bozeman goes on to the 4-1 victory. Final score again from Lewiston, Idaho. It's the Bozeman Montana Bucks 4 and the Medford Mustangs 1. There you see the totals on the board for you. Final score again. See if we can get that back up for you one more time. All right, there are the totals coming your way right now. Again, 4 runs, 5 hits. 4 runs, 8 hits for Bozeman, Montana. There it is, 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, and 6 left for Bozeman. The Mustangs with 1 run on 5 hits, 1 error, and 8 left. So Medford will play at 9:30 tomorrow morning in a consolation loser out game. Montana with the win goes to 54-16, and they will meet Idaho Falls, who is 53-6 on the year. Medford now goes to 35-24 and will meet Kennewick, who defeated Wyoming earlier today. Kennewick is 41-13. We'll wrap it all up for you when we continue with our postgame show from Lewiston, Idaho. Again, the final score, Bozeman, Montana 4, the Medford Mustangs 1. Stay tuned. Postgame show is next. Welcome back to Lewiston, Idaho, as the Medford Mustangs suffer defeat in this Northwest Regional Championship semifinal game. Bozeman, Montana, the Bucks defeat the Stangs 4-1. 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, and 6 remaining for Bozeman. Medford with 1 run, and it came in the 7th inning on an RBI double from Darren Marsh. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error, and the Mustangs leave 8 runners left on base. They've stranded 28 runners in 3 regional tournament games. Medford goes to 35-24. Bozeman improves to 54-16, and Medford will meet at 9:30 tomorrow morning Kennewick, Washington, as Medford already played Idaho Falls yesterday, beating the Bandits 6-3. So Medford gets Kennewick. Kennewick is the Washington State champions, who on opening day beat the host Lewis Clark Twins here in Lewiston 8-5. And then were blanked by Montana, this Bozeman team 5-0. But stayed alive today before the Medford game, defeating Casper, Wyoming, eliminating Casper 11-6. So it's Medford and Kennewick at 9:30. The loser is done. The winner can come back on Saturday for a chance to play either Montana or Idaho Falls. Montana now would have to lose 2 games in order to be eliminated from the tournament. So they have a shot at the championship one way or the other. We're going to get a chance to talk to a couple of Mustangs when we come back. Again, the final score, Bozeman 4 and the Medford Mustangs 1. Stay tuned. We're going to visit with 2 leading Mustangs who've played their heart out all summer long for this ball club. And unfortunately, it didn't come out their way today. But they've had a tremendous summer and a great ride, and it's not over. I've seen other teams in Medford do this, come back from a loss to get back into the championship, so it's certainly a chance to do that. Medford has to keep that positive attitude and that mojo going. Tomorrow morning at 9:30, take care of business, and they're back in it. 4-1 the final as UC. We'll come back. We're going to visit with Zach Ankeny and Dylan Marsh when we continue on our postgame show live from Lewiston after this on PlayActionSportsMedia.com.
Mike Newman, Newman Group, Evergreen Home Loans. We do what we do because we deeply desire to impact the lives of the people we come into contact with. That pursuit is something that is exuded every time we interact with the people we serve. We try our best to support them in the best way possible, meet them where they're at, and impact their lives beyond just the home loan process.
Windows, stone, or roofing, Allied Building Products is where you go for anything in exterior home improvement. With over 65 years combined experience, we can help you find all you need to complete your project. We can connect you with quality licensed and bonded contractors. In our window showroom, you'll find a large selection of windows and skylights. We offer a variety of residential and commercial roofing and have the largest supply of GAF elk roofing products in Southern Oregon. Allied Building Products. One source, one solution.
Affordable Truck and RV for the places you would like to be.
Experience the Rogue River aboard this historical adventure full of wildlife and the breathtaking views of the legendary Hellgate Canyon. Our 2-hour, 36-mile Hellgate jetboat excursion offers you the best of the Rogue as we weave through the high-walled canyons and spot eagles, deer, and otter, all while your pilot shares the fascinating history of the wild and scenic Rogue River. The quick and scenic tour with Hellgate Jetboat Excursions. Book yours now at hellgate.com, where your adventure awaits.
Welcome back to Lewiston, Idaho. You see the final there 4-1 as BOZEMAN, the Montana State champions. You tip your hat to them. They are in the regional championship no matter what. But losing 4-1, the Medford Mustangs could come back with a win tomorrow morning facing Kennewick, the Washington State champions, at 9:30. We'll be on there about 9:20, 9:15 or so. You see there in the camera, get a chance to visit with two of the leading Mustangs this summer. On your left from Eagle Point is Dylan Marsh, and on the right, Zach Ankeny. And first of all, let's talk to Dylan Marsh. Dylan, tough loss for you guys, but there's still life to come. So you guys, you know what you got to do, right?
Yep, just we got to play loose and play like we have been. We got a little tight in this game, and I think we got to learn from it and loosen up tomorrow.
Michael Friend, though, pretty good pitcher. He had a lot of control, and you guys didn't touch him too much till late in the game. Seemed like you got a read on him. What was he throwing? What'd you see up there?
A lot of really outside fastballs. The umpire zone was pretty, all over the place, and he was able to keep us off balance. He had a lot of control, so he was able to hit that outside spot.
Michael Friend allowing 5 hits today, 1 run earned on 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. He came in 5-1 with a 2.81 earned run average. Talk about the game, your at-bats today, Dylan. A ground out, pop out. You got hit by him in the 6th inning, but didn't seem like you were ever to get really a good stroke on him.
I thought I was just missing it. I rolled over on my first at-bat, and I put a good swing on it, just rolled over, and my second at-bat, I just got under the ball, took a big swing at it. It was the same pitch that I hit out in the first game, so just put a good swing on it and just hit the bottom half of the ball.
Tell us about your thoughts of this club this year. You guys lost 8 of 13 to start, and then after that Reno championship of that tournament, you guys came on fire, but you've had Lady Luck on your side. You've made your own breaks. You've had good pitching. You guys have really got the bat on the ball, so, really, this is a great run when you get down to the Final Four in the region.
Yeah, I knew all along that we had a good ball club. I knew that we had the pitching. I knew we had the hitting. I knew we had the fielding. We just had to put it all together and get the big hits when we needed them. And that's what we've been doing, is we've been playing with a lot of energy and getting hits when we needed them.
All right, stay with us right there. We're going to talk to the guy on your left to our right. Say hello to Mustang shortstop Zach Ankeny. Zach, congratulations on a great season to this point. But again, I reiterate, it's not over, is it?
No, not at all. We're definitely gonna come back tomorrow and whoop up on Washington as much as we can.
Yeah, you get a chance. The Washington State champs against the Oregon champions. Tell us what Coach Maben in your huddle over there, what you guys had to talk about.
He was just saying that, we did good today. A couple things didn't go our way, and that's just how it's going to be some games. And tomorrow we got to come out and show up and be ready to play with lots of energy and be ready to kick some butt.
It's been a fun ride for you guys, though, hasn't it? I mean, you got to admit, this thing has gone on probably a lot further than you thought about June 20th, I imagine, huh?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What's been the key point? Because I see you guys just the short time I've been around. Well, I'm from Grants Pass, but known this program, been to 3 World Series as a radio broadcaster for Medford, but seems like you guys have a great relationship, good rapport in the dugout.
Yeah, this is probably one of the closest teams I've been a part of. I mean, we're all close, such as brothers. I mean, we're all there for each other, and we have lots of energy, and we always bring it out to the field, and we're always ready to play.
There you see on the left is Dylan Marsh, on the right Zach Ankeny, 2 of the leading members of this Mustang team. You guys, you'd be the first to admit it, maybe not the best Mustang team, but I'll tell you right now, when you get to the regional championships, you're one of 4 left standing across the nation. There's only 32 teams left out of 3,500. So, fellas, something to hang your hat on. You got to feel really good about that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, thank you for your time. Get on the bus, get home, back to the hotel, get a good night rest, some food, stay hydrated. We'll see you back here bright and early tomorrow morning.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, thank you. Zach Ankeny and Dylan Marsh, our guest on the postgame show. Want to thank those guys for taking the time to come visit with us and wish them best of luck tomorrow morning. All right, the Medford Mustangs will take on Kennewick, a 9:30 first pitch start, and we'll be on the air around 9:15, 9:20 tomorrow morning for a chance to stay alive. And again, the loser of Medford Kennewick tomorrow morning will be eliminated from the tournament, but the winner will have a chance to come back and maybe play for the regional championship. I've seen it before. It can happen. And this Medford team is a club that certainly can make their own breaks. They know how to do it. And hopefully they will bounce back from this ball game and this loss today as a pretty good Bozeman, Montana team defeats the Medford Mustangs. 4-1 is the final score. Stay tuned as we thank again our great sponsors that made this possible. You've been watching the Newman Group, Evergreen Home Loans, Oregon, California Supply Game of the Week powered by Les Schwab Tires. Our broadcasts this regional tournament have been presented by Arby's in South Medford, by Logan Odom and the Rutledge Property Group, by Allied Building Materials, by Affordable Truck and RV, by Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions, and by People's Bank as well. Thank you to all those folks for making this possible. Appreciate you being with us. And again, 4-1 the final. We'll wrap it up from Lewiston, Idaho, when we continue right after this on PlayActionSportsMedia.com. Four to one the final from Lewiston, Idaho, as the Medford Mustangs bow and tip their hats to the Montana State champion, the Bozeman Bucks. 4-1. Again, the totals of the game: 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors, and 6 left for Bozeman. And for Medford, the Mustangs get 1 run on 5 hits. They committed 1 error and left 8 runners on base. But Medford will play tomorrow morning at 9:30 against Kennewick, Washington. a pretty good ball club. They were the Washington State champions. In fact, memory serves me right, they won the Northwest Regional Championship, I think 3 years ago, if I recall right. Kennewick will enter 41-13. And Medford is now 35-24. Bozeman will get Idaho Falls, as Montana is now 54-16. Idaho Falls 53-6. 4-1 is your final today. Our thanks again to our players of the game, post-game guests to Dylan Marsh and Zach Ankety from the Medford Mustangs. As the grounds crew works on the field, the thunderstorms are on their way, it seems. And again, tomorrow's games have been moved up, so we'll play at 9:30. Been a great ride so far. Maybe the Mustangs have it in them to bounce back tomorrow with a win. If so, then they would play Saturday afternoon. It's scheduled for 1:30, but that could be moved up as well. But the championship, Sunday at 1:30. Tomorrow again, 9:30 with Medford and Kennewick. And then at 12 noon, it'll be Montana and Idaho Falls. Montana guaranteed in the title game no matter what. That will be Sunday afternoon, if necessary, a second game to follow. It's going to do it for us this Friday night. Hope you guys have a great night and a great start of the weekend. Joining us tomorrow morning, our thanks again on the Arby's scoreboard to Arby's of South Medford, Bobby Collins and crew, everybody that's had a hand in getting us here to Lewiston, Idaho, as you see the storm on its way into town across the Snake River coming out of the southwest. So we're going to pack up, get out of here, get a good bite to eat with the team, and then come back bright and early. We'll be in the ballpark tomorrow morning at 7:30, coffee in hand, ready to rock and roll and take on Kennewick. Should be a good one. Thanks for being with us. Share with your friends tomorrow morning, 9:30 first pitch. Again, the final score, Bozeman, Montana 4, the Medford Mustangs 1. For all of Mustang Nation and for PlayActionSportsMedia.com, I'm Jay Reese from Lewiston, Idaho. So long and good night.